the relationship with the grid, it fits really well with my personality and who I am. When the adrenaline comes, you gotta be ready to deliver.
Each individual has to do their jobs. All it takes is one person to have a hiccup and it costs the whole team.
Their job is very adrenaline driven. It's the build-up, here we come. Within 12 seconds, you're gone. You take all that adrenaline and you focus it well, you can perform really well.
Start your engines.
How about you get to 31? I got you. This car gets to 31.
You got me?
Okay. I got you.
10-4. Perfect.
Radio check. Front of the 31 or the back of the 31? Okay.
Green flag, we're underway. They all made it through the first two corners. Casey Kane in the 4 car takes the lead.
Yeah, that's really a power move on that high side. Not a lot of grip up there, but Casey Kane made it work. As we see 3 and 4 wide down the back straightaway here.
Tony Stewart all the way down the bottom.
It's almost 5 wide there for a minute.
My goodness.
That's Casey Mears in the 13, kind of getting shuffled back in that.
It didn't take them long to get settled in. Oh,
contact there.
Is he going to save it?
Joey Logano. Nice.
Oh, my goodness.
What a save.
Now, we saw Logano with the great save there a minute ago off turn 4. Prior to that, we had seen Kurt Busch get into the wall off of turn number 4. That 22 car for the moment is settled in 7th spot, Jamie.
And his car has been pretty good all weekend long, but after that incident, he came on the radio and said, we are tight from the center out now, and that is the first time I've felt that all weekend long.
Here, this is right off the corner. Pop that thing.
Yeah, anytime you get those right side tires in that gray or lighter area, then you're really taking a chance right there. And that looks like it's done a little more significant damage maybe behind that right side door, Andy, and that could possibly be the aero part that's making him even tight too.
And the caution flag is out.
Huge break right there, who you were talking about. And Jeff Burton, who was just in front of the race leader.
There is debris on the racetrack. There's looks like maybe a drink bottle. Which is not a good thing in a race car at 190, 200 miles an hour.
Anything out there is a potential hazard.
Green flag.
Oh, no, Mark Martin in the 5 car.
Got a little assist from the 42 of Montoya getting him loose there. Good save by Mark Martin, but he's going to lose a few spots here.
I say, when he looked at his mirror and saw Montoya back there, he was probably ready for it.
David Ruderman.
Whoa, he's hit that thing hard.
Another big break for a couple of drivers. Dale Earnhardt Jr., who was just in front. Casey Mears and Bobby Labonte, who all had to make unscheduled pit stops there.
Whoa,
looks like a tire.
Yeah, definitely looked like a right front went down.
You can see that here and happen, but that would probably be an ill-handling car where the driver's having to use more brake, builds up that heat, and it melts the bead on the right front tire.
For the restart and crank it back up into turn number 1. As competitive as the field is, these first few laps after a restart, when the field is doubled up, there's a real desperation to get everything you can get in those first couple laps. Look at him fan out back there off of turn 2.
Well, these restarts are always some of the most exciting we see. See Junior get a nice jump and good run out of there. Saw a little smoke out of the left front of Kyle Busch. Could just be some air pressure deal, or maybe has a fender bent in a little bit on the tire.
You're talking about Dale Earnhardt Jr. and hanging on to that lead with a pretty good gap, Vince.
Well, remember we talked before the race about how Steve Letart's philosophy was, let's take advantage of the opportunities that present themselves, and that's exactly what they've done by not pitting when everyone else pitted on that previous stop. And here was the conversation between Dale Jr. and Letart.
You think you would be okay if you stayed out, right? But you know better than I do. I'm faster, I'm afloat. I mean, that wasn't bad. That right there, you were running the same speed as the leader. I would need to stay out if you wanted to get that track position back. Yeah, me and you are on the same plan, buddy.
I think there was a lot of anticipation when Jeff Gordon was paired up with crew chief Alan Gustafson when Hendrick rearranged its lineup at the end of last season, and it has not been a disappointment at all. Gordon has already won twice this season, and Gustafson told me this morning in relation to Jeff Gordon, he's as good as advertised, and they've certainly been that good today. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 car. A lot of the fans have been excited about seeing him run up front again. He's really struggled over the last few weeks, and in fact has just 2 top 10s here at the Brickyard in 11 starts.
As we went to the break, we were seeing Juan Pablo Montoya in the 42 car with some trash on the grill and some concerns about the temperatures elevating. That trash is no longer there.
Yeah, you can see that David Reagan was that car that was right behind Montoya. See, he backed out of the throttle, immediately left.
If you need to give up that spot, I'll give it up to get that tape off of there. Get that paper off, bud. Give up the spot.
He did, and they did.
Yeah, it's better to give up one spot to get it off than have to make that pit stop and take it off.
The yellow flag is out.
A lot of drivers glad to kind of see that for a number of reasons, to work on their car again. And tell you what, it's a hot day out there. We've seen some drivers with their hands out the window trying to get a little fresh air in those cockpits.
Caution for debris on the racetrack. And the yellow coming out here for the 3rd time in this race. Paul Menard did not pit. He is the leader with Matt Kenseth alongside him as they come to the restart, and we get ready to hit the eyes on speed zone. Paul Menard has cleared Matt Kenseth and gotten into the lead. We saw some people kicking up some more of that grass down in turns 1 and 2. It's Matt Kenseth in the 17. Jeff Gordon in the 24 has followed him through. The man who was leading when we went to the break, Paul Menard, has been shuffled back to 4th position. Here's how it happened.
We talked about Paul Menard leaving a little opening there where Matt Kenseth made a little bit of room, got into the left rear quarter.
And so again has been shuffled back to 4th position. Juan Pablo Montoya is up to 3rd and has also gotten around Menard. There is one car into the wall off of turn 2, and it looks like it was Kyle Busch.
Still all clear. Right there, back there with you on your bumper. Now it's 2x2 behind, bro. 78 with you.
Yeah, he hits it right there at that gate.
Yeah, it just lost the front end. He was trying to stay in the throttle right behind the 99, but lost the front end. And sometimes it's difficult as you get behind these cars to really judge exactly where that is. Oh,
contact there.
Murray in the 51.
See some dirt flying.
Castle.
Saw a lot of dirt and grass flying down there. You have to wonder if somebody else isn't going to get their grill plugged up.
Look at Keselowski and Burton both weaving their cars there, and look at this fanning out. This got crazy.
Yeah. Did see Jimmy there gets actually into the wall just a little bit. They're making it 3 now, 4 wide. You see the big pull. Denny Hamlin even got a big draft from that.
Yeah, and 3 of those are normally very conservative drivers that we see making that situation of 4 wide with Reagan, Kenseth, and Jimmy Johnson, but it's getting time to do things in this race now.
Caution flag is out right at the 3/4 mark of the race.
You can see grass on all the grills of everybody behind this. Every one of these cars will have to make pit stops.
Brad Keselowski, the leader in the 2, has chosen the outside lane, gets a little bit of a jump on Jeff Burton in 31. The action after the restarts has been so intense all race long. Tony Stewart, the Indiana native, who has such a passion for this racetrack, who finally got a win here after so many frustrations, who picked up a 2nd one, he said took all the pressure off, is out in front of this race through a strategy play. The question is, can he make it to the finish? And how's the rest of this thing going to play out? Whole thing's kind of turned inside out here in the last 15 minutes or so. How about McMurray, Dave?
Now in conversation between him and Kevin Mannion, his crew chief, did I need to save 2 laps or am I half a lap short? Kevin told him, you're half a lap short. He goes, why? Because something happened or because I saved it? Because you saved it. So the crew chief, confident that he's gotten him there, maybe down to the half lap, as Gordon keeps coming. Jamie?
Slugger Labby telling Paul Menard, we're going to turn you loose here in another 2 laps. He's saving fuel right now. Wait till he opens it up. They're also reminding him it's the same engine, same strategy ahead of him.
Jeff Gordon has picked his time up, back under 53 seconds a lap now for Jeff Gordon.
McMurray going to get passed by 2 as he tries to save some fuel. Martin to second, Gordon to third.
Still a long way to go. 5 miles, more than that. More like 7.5 miles to go.
Jeff Gordon should be able to get by Mark Martin here shortly. If he doesn't have to waste any time getting by Mark, and he's not at all before they get to turn 3. This is Jeff Gordon's race to win right now.
To second place. Paul Menard leads. Gordon is second. 2 laps to go.
Okay, Paul Menard's going to have to run the most perfect laps he's ever run in his life to try to hold that 24 car off. And I'm not sure it'll be enough.
Yeah, looks like that he's catching this traffic, Paul Menard, in a good spot. It's going to be up the back straightaway, not to impede his progress any at all here.
1 lap to go to win the Brickyard 400. Menard dealing with lap traffic. Gordon trying to close in turn 1. Menard is cleared up. Gordon's got to deal with the traffic.
He's got enough fuel. That might be enough now, yes.
Looks good so far. This is going to be the biggest day of Paul Menard's life.
But does he have enough fuel to get to the finish? Gordon clear of traffic. Setting up for the finish. Final corners. 30-year-old Paul Menard. His family with such a long racing history in Indianapolis. They'll kiss the bricks together now. Paul Menard wins the Brickyard 400. So what's a brick taste like at this moment?
Oh, it is so sweet right now, I can tell you. Jen Roster, that's just Paul's girlfriend beside him, celebrating with him.